my God! Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at match 4 of round 6 of D.LEAGUE. This is going to be between Kadokawa Dreams versus Lifeful Alt Rhythm. Now, Lifeful typically brings some type of concept that can make them pretty competitive. Kadokawa has been holding it down all season long. They are up there with Cyber Agent. Honestly, for me, those two have been the most consistent in terms of concept, execution, stability, complexity, things of the like. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this matchup. Is Kadokawa going to get a shutout? I don't know. They're the ones that have the most shutouts so far out of any crew for this season. So maybe they'll rack up another one. We'll find out. But let's go ahead and take a watch. Oh my God! Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was so good. That reminded me just like their was it called Unchained? That was their round. Oh, which one was it? Round 2? Like I just lost my ever-loving mind about it. Oh, what was it? Yeah, they got it was a freaking shutout, like for sure on that one. They were against Royal Brats. Yeah. Oh my God, this just felt like if it was a horror movie version of that. And golly, hats off. I mean, I'm gonna take my hat off, but I would be taking it off for you guys. Oh, ay caramba. Okay, let's talk about this. Oh my God. That made my heart so happy. The musicality front, I swear to you. Oh man, okay, from the top. It freaking winds this up. This is a toy box corruption is really what it's giving me. I feel like it's very clear in concept, and so I don't even see the need to go to the Japanese translation for this. But like, this right here, the speed changes. I love the camera angle where we have people literally crawling. It feels like a carousel. Of course, you know, everybody's just so freaking still. It is amazing. Satsuki right here, definitely more of like a gregarious type of tone in comparison to his sad clown version that we saw in round 2. I wish they could just do these types of concepts and I would die happy. This is amazing. Such a niche. I love that choice with the mouth. Also know too, I don't know how far back these judges are, so I don't know what details they're not able to see as clearly as we are. We got front row seats, baby, to this. Love this, and everybody goes boom, 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 boom. Great strobing technique here. I love that. That right there, Satsuki completely unravels everybody around. Really nice too, very smart on the costuming that everybody's in the pinks and the greens, and then you have him in more of like a neutral with some pinks, but like a completely bedazzled mouth. That is so freaking sick. My God, I love this pool. It's just so grimy, and that pull, straight controlling the whole time. I love that. Boom, and adding people in, and they're freaking hopping on their stomachs. Are you kidding me? Then you have this little twinkle, and somebody, God bless America, in the back corner. That was so cool. I like this too. He's using his head instead of his mouth, so that was really nice to tailor to what Satsuki did. Love that. Interesting choice to go in heels. Honestly, I think that was super interesting. They go in, I love that boom, boom, boom. Really nice layout, and then having the projection forward. Turning it around. I love that. He goes, hey, and she goes, yay. Then the strobe of corruption is centered in. Everybody turns. The flips are really cool. I do think it didn't land at the same time, but I wish they did, but that's okay though. Love the mouth. Tailors into what we saw earlier, having them all bleed up. This right here, boom, boom, boom with the triple. Everyone's on the same page. Really good job having him really cater with his, I think it's his left hand, just be able to showcase that while also keeping her up. That is cool. Coming it up and bringing it around. I love that choice. Dropping it down. Slow-mo, nice partner work section, whirl, using that sound to control the angle that they're going for, nice and slow. Body rolling and really creating nice moments, going from the top, body rolling down, creating nice, not really hinge, but they're just traveling to the knees, knees, create the power to resurge it back up towards the top. Love that, that triple hit was super sick. And different angles for the shows, so they're subtly different, but they are in the same family of toy, which I really like. Great showcase of individuality, really nice partnering, where you have the low and the high represented. I love that he hits it, and then he takes his arm to control her foot, gets her right back up. She bleeds her arms all the way up to showcase the energy leaving the body. Then they reestablish together, and then they isolate, not really isolate, but they take it. Just the speed on this is phenomenal. It really is. Right there, the slow speed change of everybody looking. This is not together, but they landed together, so I think they definitely helped with that. Boom. I think that's a freaking full, too. Good God. Love this here. Nice little, nice botting technique as they go in transition. That was freaking sick. This is like, what, a capoeira? Right? From Brazilian martial arts. Really, I think that's what that was, which is cool. They go nice, just handstand. I would call this handstand hops. And then we have some popping integrated with 5 individuals with back tuck rolling through. Very clean. I'm appreciative that they are cleaner. Love the body rolls. Love the waving, bringing it through. And then right here, it literally feels like their neck is completely, what is that? Like they're being strangled is what it feels like almost. And the tension on that. This whole section is disgusting. Satsuki, if you're watching this, disgusting. Oh my God. This part right here with the head bobble. That was, you decimated that. That was so cool. I love this boom, and then really like that choice. Super dope. And then they're all melting, creating a head ISO, making it look more legato. Really smart choice there. Bringing it up once again. Great syncopation, going from the inside of the chest, and then resetting it back up towards the front. Really sick. Boom. Really great chest hit. As we take it, speed change with a grid line snake. Golly, this is cool. Bringing it through, boom, and then dropping it even lower. Speed change is sick. You have 2 guys just taking a breather on the floor, because why not? Love that, and they're frozen. Great stability on that, and then they break away from it. So honestly, the BPM shifts, the stability checks, and the amount of holds that you're having to do, and then break away from that is amazing. Super dope. I love this right here. Satsuki could totally lose this. I think we're about to get to it, but like he could have totally lost it on the stability side, but he held it. He held on to it. Now, was he as what is it, stable as it could be? I think there can always be refinement, but knowing that we're about 1:30 in, and he just freaking pulled so many. There's so much muscle control required to do with these speed changes in this way. It's amazing to watch. It's truly like it's a dream being able to see this, honestly, or a nightmare. One of those. I love that with the unison. It's nice to showcase the unison so we can really see that their knees break away, but their head is hit. I love that choice. And normally you see people break away equally on both sides, but it's nice to see the kick or usage of the legs and then the upper body with the head and then bringing it around. Boom, really nice on the Cobra influence on that. This was cool, having them nice and cheerfully do a back tuck, boom, and they hit right on that sound. Very important. Those guys play a very important role there. Love everybody bouncing and bouncing. Really cool. Everyone's backing in the center. He goes boom, boom. Really love this placement. Goes tap, tap. And I love how he holds and suspends his body to get it over to the other side. Everyone, God, this is so cool. The speed change. It's the speed changes and the consistency of the facials and how they choose to engage is so cool. The slow-mo. Everyone is equally yoked in competency in that, and that's why it works every freaking time they do it. Now this part is what, boom, boom. Notice he's taking more of he's popping through it. I wouldn't call it ticking. I mean, you could, but it's like a really slow tick, if anything. But honestly, he's doing more speed changes and accenting through them than doing an actual tick. So this right here, notice that he's catering his weight more towards the pinky toe. So my suggestion, Satsuki, because Satsuki actually is subscribed to me. So we like Satsuki, he's cool. But we do say thank you because the reason why we're watching D.LEAGUE is because of him. But if you are watching, if you want to try to cater your weight to the big toe and the index toe and the ball of the foot, you're going to be more stable in this position. So that would actually be my note to you specifically, because you can tell that he's catering and bobbling towards the pinky toe. So that's my suggestion. You don't have to do it. You can do whatever you want. Or like, come on. That's, yeah. If you brought it over, that would look so stable. More stable than how you probably felt when you did it. So moving on from there, though, this is freaking cool, though. I like the fact that you fought for it. I very much appreciate that. And then right there, you start the wave, bringing it down. Golly, that's cool. Love the accent. I'm a fan. Hitting it up, boom. And I love how he brings it up. There, right there into the vibration. There's no reverb. Vibration of corruption is what I call that. And everybody just dies. It is freaking sick. Sick was that. Now, Lifeful, I'm very curious what Lifeful's going to do. When it comes to this set, very creative. And honestly, I wasn't expecting so much musicality represented here in the same way as Unchained. I think Unchained had more innovation within the creativity. But here, God, it was so freaking cool. Like, they said, we're going there. And we'll bring back a souvenir for you, is what it gave off there. And I'm all here for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at their competitors, Lifeful Alt Rhythm. Okay. That's cool. Telling the story. The props on this is cool. That is so interesting. That was so interesting. Now, I'm going to be very honest. Kadokawa probably got a shutout for this. Very much so. Because here's the thing. And I will use round 2 as an example. Kadokawa beat Avex in a shutout because they did something like, they did Unchained, and Avex did something so off the wall, and I freaking loved it. And I love the fact that they did that concept again, and they ended up getting a shutout out of, no, they ended up winning. I don't think they shut out. Here, this is going to be a shutout because this was so freaking abstract. And they lost points on so many categories because they focused so much on concept. Does that make sense? For me, I think, I'm not even going to call it a mistake. This is art. Like, this is their artistic expression. We're not going to sit here and say they need to change this, that, and the other. They know how D.LEAGUE works. So I know for them, they made the choice consciously. This isn't like a I don't know. This is not round 1. This is round 6. They have many matches under their belt. They understand how this game works. So I'm going to be honest. Kadokawa is going to get a shutout here. Now the question is, and they're going to get audience for sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my note here. Here's the thing. They were going to be, that set, it's going to be freaking tough to beat. They didn't do themselves any favors by going for something. Concept was very complex. I understood it. Like, you go traveling in space, something goes wrong, they land on an Earth on a planet that is inhibited by things that are not human, right? End of story. I mean, it was a really cool concept. But was it practical for D.LEAGUE under the credentials or the criteria that they were asked for? No. When it comes to skill, you can talk about the lifts and showcasing the story. The lighting really helped with this. Creativity, I think it was very creative, but so was Toy Box and how they showed the corruption of that. So in terms of creativity, that would be the one category I think they could take for sure. Choreography, there really wasn't a ton of choreo. It was choreographed formations and dynamics. The style was pretty abstract. They didn't show nearly as much style representation as Kadokawa. They showed lifts. They showed concept. They didn't show style. Does that make sense? Perfection. There was only one person moving, so I guess you can think about the stability. There were still some shaky stability moments within this. So I think Kadokawa is a very safe, easy win for them, is really what this feels like to me. Do I think they threw this away? No. I think they were like, this is the week. Let's just do whatever we want to do. It's really what it feels like. We're launched into space. For me, at first I thought this is just how we were starting, but once we got about halfway through, I knew this is what we were committed to. I think it was whenever, I think we're kind of hanging out here in this one lift a little too long. I think if we thought about changing it a little bit sooner, I don't know. Here's the thing. They know what they did. This was a conscious effort that they chose to do this. So I'm not going to dog. I'm not dogging it. I'm not. I say, to each their own. Doing a freaking concept of this is freaking sick. It's great to put on the portfolio. Who else do you get to? Like, look at the even shifts of the angles of this. We're just going to appreciate the art for it. We already know Kadokawa is taking this. I will be shooketh if they didn't, because of how freaking complex, musicality driven, difficult their syncopation was as a group. In this sense right here. Drop it down. There's a little bit of red. So it's so interesting having these like little red notions of, space things. I'm repping. I'm a vibe. I'm a vibe with this. I love the speed change there. That was really cool. I come from where I live is very heavy NASA, Boeing, aerospace. A lot of classified parts of my city is where I live. And so I am always a fan of the space themed things for sure. I love it. I mean, this is really cool. It truly is. I love the fact that we're showing the control and the consistency is really nice. But there are moments where it does feel like I can definitely tell they're being carried. If you really wanted this concept to really be like, you're completely enthralled, lost in space. You want to, it's a tough ask. You want to try to make it to not that you have people carrying you. You want it to be, they're just floating in space, And that's really tricky. She goes, she's kind of there. Yes, she's hovering in space. So very rarely does she actually touch the ground, except for the very end. Very impressive. And then they're using different elements here to showcase the speed change. Like, this was a really cool moment. I'm assuming they have her grabbed and then she's extending out to the side. That's a really cool moment. It's freaking cool. Honestly, under other circumstances, like exhibition or something, like, this is freaking sick, not gonna lie. It's just competitive in one category, not in 5, right? This was cool. I like this. We were kind of propelling and moving in space. The turning through. That part right there, you can tell the shakiness of the hand. It's little things like that that you would want to, you know, hopefully, just like with Satsuki, you want to really refine those kind of stability checks just so you can really carry the story and not make me think of the labor that is required to do it. I know this stuff's difficult, you know? It's just cool to see this in the lift right there. Cool energy. Not gonna lie, it's so interesting. Honestly, I'm more interested in how the judges judged this than anything. This right here, really great form. Now things are speeding up. We're getting ready. Here we go. Rotating with the props. Super cool. I love the build of energy. Things are going crazy. We are crash landing is kind of what it's giving. And all of this we're all setting up at the end. We've landed. She takes it off. And she goes, this is curious. Here we are. We're on Earth or we're on somewhere. She's like, huh, interesting. She's grabbing and drinking water. And you see this situation over. It kind of looks like snakes. Is that what it is? Yeah. Now, here's my suggestion I would have given them. They could have actually done this if they cut 2 minutes of that astronaut in space stuff. If they had that moment, having her land, take the stuff off, have everybody right here with their snakes, they propel, and you could have turned it into a completely anti-terrestrial theme routine, and you would have been able to have those people that are in black be able to come out and be different caricatures. They could have been way more competitive with this. I really think they took a concept. Do I feel like they gave up? I don't know. Kadokawa, I do know, is one of the more intimidating groups this season when it comes to their record. So that I understand. Do they think that maybe they were like, we're going to lose, so let's just go out the way we want to? I don't know. I hope that's not the case. You know, I do hope they know, though, that there's a lot of missed opportunity here. If you're wanting to take a concept like this and tailor it to the criteria, what I would have done is what I suggested. The astronaut part, freaking sick. We did it for 2 minutes too long. If you literally did that enough, that whole beginning segment, boom, we're in space, speed that mess up, have her land, take the gloves off, and we get started with our routine. That's a freaking sick intro if I ever saw one, right? It would have gotten the same intention across. I think a lot of this aspect of the concept, it was to showcase, you know, the white of the astronaut and showcasing the anti-gravity for the longevity. I get that. But however, if you want to be competitive in this circuit, that would have been a note that I would have heavily suggested for them there. So all that to say, I will be surprised if Kadokawa does not get a shutout. Normally, I'm not that confident, but I feel very confident about that. Not saying what this group brought wasn't good. When it comes to the actual scenery of where they're competing, I don't think this is nearly as competitive as it could have been to set them up for success. So I think audience, Kadokawa took, and all the criterias, at least on my end, they would have taken all of those. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Please note, for round 6 and for any round moving forward, I have not seen the judges' results for these, so please keep that in mind when you do comment. I hope that we are able to wait until the judges' commentary video comes out on YouTube, and then we can all talk about who won, who didn't, this, that, and the other. So please keep that in mind whenever you are commenting. Like I said, I've been enjoying D.LEAGUE so much. Just the fact that we can see just 2 starkly different routines and find coolness in both is really cool. But I also remember this is a competition. It's a long tournament. It's a professional dance league. There's criteria that's always in play. And so for me, did I feel like life full through it? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to assume no, but also I think that this is very, very abstract and they're really tailoring to the concept, but they sacrifice a lot of other criteria to really push this concept. So I don't know. Very risky. I will be surprised if Kadokawa does not win this one. So all that to say, thank you once again for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.